Well, from fire to ice, more precisely a freeze that is expected tonight that could pose a threat to some crops.
It comes at a critical time in the growing season, especially for fruit crops that are just beginning to blossom now. News on Maine's Sean Stackhouse takes us to one orchard in Limerick where it is going to be a long night.
At Libby & Son U-Pix Farm in Limerick, the trees are in bloom.
The orchard is full of flowers. All the fruits are in different stages of bloom.
Co-owner Aaron Libby says the mild spring has helped these fruit trees bloom, but an early bloom means this crop of blueberries, apples, and more is at risk.
It's really fingers crossed and hoping Mother Nature treats us right tonight.
The National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning for parts of the state ahead of this evening, including interior York County, where this farm is. If the temperature dips down too far, Libby says the crop is threatened.
At 28 degrees, that's when that's our critical temp. That's what we're looking at as a severe temperature. At 28 degrees, we could be losing about 10% of these buds.
And just a few degrees makes a big difference. Libby says if the temps dip down to 25 degrees, they could lose about 90% of buds.
You can have the perfect 364, but one bad day can ruin the entire year.
I'm more worried about the crops that are in southern Maine than in northern Maine.
Dr. Charles Tilburg is the director of the School of Marine and Environmental Programs at the University of New England. He says a frost this late isn't incredibly uncommon, but can have an impact. He says climate change is causing earlier blooms and longer growing seasons, but frosts aren't going away, and this is something we can expect to see happen more often.
The longer this growing season we have means that we will still get multiple frosts where our crops have bloomed.
Back in Limerick, Libby is a third-generation farmer and has seen crops impacted before, hoping an irrigation system and healthy trees help the crops pull through. He hopes he can begin welcoming guests to pick their own blueberries starting in July. In Limerick, Sean Stackhouse, News Center, Maine.